Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Liz.
And we're going to demo the game Ex Eradicus with you. So join us. The first thing that we need to do is set up our game. And we've got a number of steps for that we have on our handy dandy little cheat sheet here. So the first step is to decide the composition. We've kind of already done that because we have selected some of the miniatures that we have that we can actually use because the game is designed for you to use basically whatever miniatures that you have available. Obviously, we can't use a bunch of branded miniatures right now, so we're working with the ones that we've already created.
The next thing that we need to do is set up the battlefield. We've also already done that and set up the battlefield using terrain that we already have.
The next step is to decide a complication. And to do that, we've got a number of cards here, and we've kind of sorted them down to some that we think will work really well for this demo. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to have Liz pick one, and then we'll find out what's going to happen.
I'm going to pick from the middle of the deck here. Ooh. Okay.
Oh no.
So our complication is Death Engine. Roll 1d4 and determine an edge of the map. Roll 1d6 to determine a distance from the first edge. Roll 1d8 to determine a distance from the edge to the left. At this point, place a Death Engine token. Whenever a model comes within 1 inch of the Death Engine, it can choose to either retain control of it like an objective token or use it as an action. If it attempts to use it, number all of the models on the field. Roll 1d20. Remove that number of randomly determined models from the battlefield. Reroll any duplicates. Okay.
So basically, this kills everybody. We roll a bunch of dice to figure out where the position on the table is that the Death Engine is. And then, whenever anybody comes near it, they can choose to activate it, possibly murdering everybody on the table.
Including themselves?
Including themselves. All teams. So first step is to roll a d4. And we'll start with north. So you got 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So that's from this side.
Okay.
And then the next will be roll a d6 to determine the distance from that first edge. So 3 inches in.
Okay.
And then roll a d8 for the distance from the edge to the left. And so that would be that way. Okay. So 3 inches in and then 8 inches this way, which looks about right there. 8 inches from there, 3 inches in. So right about there. There's our Death Engine. Oh no.
So the next thing we need to do is deploy units out onto the field.
Okay. In order to do that, we have a handy dandy little chart on our cheat sheet that shows 12 positions for the heroes and 12 positions for the villains. And basically we roll for each group to see what position on that little diagram we're going to be positioning our units at.
So I'm going to be in charge of 1 hero and 1 set of villains, and Joe will be in charge of 1 hero and 2 sets of villains.
So we're going to roll a bunch of d12s.
Okay. So my hero is going to deploy in position 11, which is all the way over here in the corner.
Cool. My hero is going to deploy in position 12, which is the middle of that section there.
So we're nicely placed for the death machine. Nice.
This will be a quick demo. My first bad guy is going to deploy at position 9. So that is all the way over here, and that's going to be my giant grubs. I've got 4 giant grubs here.
Ugh.
They even feel gross.
And then my bad guys are going to deploy in position 1, which is all the way up there. So I'm going to have you do those since your arms are longer than mine.
And there are 3 of these rot fiendlings. That's
1, so it's
so right over there. And the last set are my maggot swarms, which got a 7, so they actually get deployed basically right here.
Nice handy shelf for them.
Yep.
Gross.
Gross. Why do I make such nasty creatures? Okay, we are now deployed.
Right, the last step is going to be selecting an objective. So we have a number of objective cards. We have narrowed these down once again to make this a little bit more streamlined during the demo. So I'm going to shuffle these and have you pick an objective.
I choose this one out of the middle.
Okay.
We got extermination. All enemy models must be destroyed before the end of turn 3. If the heroes fail to do so, they lose the battle. So, The situation that we find ourselves in here is that our complication is a death engine which kills lots of stuff, but we also, our job here is to kill lots of stuff. The problem is activating the death engine could very well kill both of us at the same time and lose us the battle right away. We get to roll initiative and get started. Let's hope that we get these guys killed.
Yep. So we're going to roll initiative for each of our heroes plus each group of our enemies. So instead of rolling initiative for each single bad guy, we're going to roll one group initiative for him. Streamlines things a bit. All right, so I'm going to roll 2d20. And you're going to roll 3d20. Okay. So my hero got a 20.
Nice. Well, that's efficient. My hero got an 11, so I'll be kind of in the middle of the pack.
My villain, so the Rot Fiendlings, got a 7.
My Giant Grubs got a 1.
Okay.
And my Maggot Swarm got a 10.
All right, so no overlap, so that's good.
So we don't have to re-roll any ties. We re-roll initiative every turn so that we kind of keep things fresh and that the same order of operations isn't being done every single time.
So now we're into our first turn, and I get to go first. So I could go use the death engine, but you've already got it. So I could also just start heading towards some of our bad guys here as well.
Let's read the death engine one more time.
Okay. So we've placed our death engine token. Whenever a model comes within 1 inch of the death engine, it can choose to either retain control of it like an objective token or use it as an action. If it attempts to use it, number all the models on the field, roll a d20, remove that number of randomly determined models from the battlefield. Reroll any duplicates. So right now you're not in possession of it. I guess you're just next to it. So. Okay.
Yeah, we determine possession at the end of each turn. And we're massively outnumbered by bad guys. Fortunately, I think we can plan ahead a little bit. Okay. We know that the bad guys are mostly minions, and that means that they want to come and fight us. So we can probably try to position ourselves so that the bad guys are chasing us instead of trying to get to the death engine. Make sense?
Yeah.
So let's get the hell away from that thing. Bad news. Okay, you're up first.
Okay, well, I'm going to start heading towards... those Rot Fiendlings. They're going to be kind of the furthest away and the hardest to get. So that's where I'm going to go. So I can walk 4, and you can take 2 actions per turn. So I'm going to use move for both of those. So I'm going to walk 8. So I'm just going to measure from the front of my model and walk forwards 8 to right there. And that, excitingly, was my turn.
You've used both of your actions, so she's fully activated. So that's what that little round token means. So next up is me, actually. We both get to go first. So my grimoire can teleport 7 inches. I think I'm also going to try to kind of follow you that way and see if we can draw them off. So I think I'm just going to... I think I'll double move as well. So I can only do 7 at a time here. So the first move will put me... The first move will put me all the way over here. And then the second one will put me something like right here.
Yeah, why did I try going for the faraway ones? I have a terrible move.
Fair, but, we're still trying to get away from the death engine so nobody tries to activate it.
Yep, totally.
Okay.
All right, so then up next is going to be the Maggot Swarm. Okay. So we should explain that all of our minions and actually everybody on the enemy side is controlled by different rules based on what type of enemy they are. So our minions have a set of different actions that they take depending on the situation that they're in. So the first action that they might take would be attack the closest and gang up on that person. If they can't attack the closest person, if that's blocked for some reason, they would go for the next closest. If they can't do that, they would move between the enemy and objective if no attacks are available. Our objective in this case is to kill everyone, so they're just gonna try to kill us. And then their last option would be move into melee. So really, the minions in this case are just gonna try to kill us.
They're just gonna charge forth.
Mm-hmm. So we've got maggot swarms. So they're just going to go for the next closest person.
And their distance is, or their movement is climb 3.
Mm-hmm.
So they can get about that far in a single move. But it looks like if they double move as well, they could actually get to you.
Mm-hmm.
The climb in this case means that they ignore any vertical movement of stuff on the battlefield. So if that guy, for example, just basically gets to go directly through things. Imagine them skittering over obstacles and hazards and stuff like that.
Whereas somebody who has walk would have to measure up an obstacle and then over as well. All right, so those are our maggot swarms. Got there first. All right, so next up initiative-wise are going to be the rot fiendlings over there.
Okay.
They can walk 3.
I'll take care of them because they're kind of far over there.
Definitely.
They're just going to double move towards me.
Yep. Instead of being minions, the rot fiendlings are actually guards, so they have slightly different rules that they have to follow. So their rules would be move to the objective, take a defensive position, use slow or blocking abilities, or attack closest. Since the objective in this case is to exterminate everybody, they're just going to go attack the closest. So.
And in that case, that's me, the Intelligent Grimoire, right here. Okay, I think we're almost done with the first turn.
Yep, last up are our giant grubs. And our giant grubs can climb 3. They're all the way over there. They're minions, so they're just going to go attack everybody.
We can just put one guy up there and have the rest of them kind of follow through.
Ugh, they're so gross. Okay, that is everything for the first turn.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
It looks like we skipped putting a couple of activation tokens down, but nobody's really doing anything complicated yet. We're all just kind of moving into position, so... Okay.
So, all right, so now we are on to turn 2. Reroll initiative.
That's right.
All right, how'd you do?
Middling. Mediocre at best. I have a 12.
Okay. I have a 1.
Okay.
So I went from 20 to 1, so, you know.
It evens out in the end.
Yeah.
My giant grubs got a 13.
Okay.
And my maggot swarms got a 16.
Okay. And our rot fiendlings got a 12.
Okay.
Oh, so you need to roll off with
I
rot
need to
fiendlings.
roll off.
Yeah. So if you have a tie, you roll off and see who gets highest.
Oh, 20! I guess
16.
I'm going first on that little count there. I will just write 12 plus.
Okay. All right.
All right. So that means the first one to go is going to be
maggot swarm.
Maggot Swarm. So I will roll them against you.
Okay.
Because this is co-op and we're playing together, the other thing that happens is we cooperatively control the bad guys. So if she is being attacked, I will generally roll the bad guys against her so that we can both roll dice at the same time.
Yep.
So the Maggot Swarm doesn't have any special attacks. It just attacks with its speed.
Okay.
And that's going to be one single d4.
All right. So I'm also going to defend with speed, but for me, my speed defense is 2d4 and a d6.
So you've got a lot of better chance here than I do.
And we're looking for the highest number that we can roll. So I rolled all 2s.
I also rolled a 2.
Okay.
That allows us to demonstrate another fact, which is that the attacker wins ties. So anytime there's an attack and 2 people have the same number, then the attacker wins that tie, and we go on to the next part.
Okay, so how much damage do I get?
My Maggot Swarm does 1d4, but you are being attacked by a unit, which means that the ones who are actually in range of you, which will be these front two, get to both roll their damage.
Okay.
So I'll roll 2d4, and we'll see what we get. I got 2 2s.
Okay, so that's 4 damage.
Yep.
All right, my health is 15, so now it is down to 11. I'm just going to grab a random die, put that down there next to my guy to track.
Cool. So maggot swarms are done. That takes us to the giant grubs.
They're over here.
And they're still quite a ways away, so they're probably going to keep trucking to try to get to us.
So they can climb 3, so if they double move, they can go 6.
So let's just put 2 on top and 2 on bottom. If you want to sneak one of those guys around there.
Okay.
And that's it for them. We should put some
Oh, yeah.
activation tokens out.
Yep. All right. They're good to go.
Whoops. There you go.
Close enough.
And now it takes us to my turn, I think. I
Yes.
have the 12 and the high roll. So let's see. I've got a nice little cluster of guys right here. So I think I'm going to try to use an area of effect power on them. So I'm going to move so that I can see all of them well. So I'm going to go here. I know that's within 7 inches, so I just kind of teleport to the side as one of my actions. And then the other action I'm going to use is Cone of Acid. And that's a cone of 6 inches. So that hits everybody there. And then it is a magic attack. So I'm going to be rolling a d10 and a d12.
And I'm going to roll magic defense then, which is a d4. So this is going to be amusing.
I got a pair of 4s.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So
So
the attack succeeds.
The attack succeeds, and now I get to roll my damage. So my damage is 1d8 and a d12.
I have 5 health.
Each guy has 5 health. Okay, so I got 11. So what happens here is because I'm attacking a whole unit, the damage basically piles through each guy. So the first 2 guys are just killed outright. The first guy takes 5 damage and dies. The second guy takes 5 damage and dies. And then the last guy has 4 health because he took 1 damage. So would you grab me a die for 4? And then we'll put that next to him. And then I am fully activated. And that's it for me.
And now it's their turn. Well, that one guy's turn. So he can walk 3. So we'll just move him up 3.
That puts him right in the breadbasket.
Yep, totally. And then he has a skill to infect with disease. So
That's
we can
terrible.
do that. Okay, I'm going to use your notes actually. So ongoing 1d6.
Okay.
It's a cone 90 degrees for 2 inches, so you're within that area.
Yeah.
And it's a magic attack of 1d4.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my magic defense against that, and I'm a magic flying book, so my magic defense is pretty good. I've got a d10 plus 2d6, and again, we take the highest number out of all the dice that we roll. The highest number on mine is 8.
3.
So the Rot Fiendling's infect with disease attack does not affect me. He basically misses with belching disease forth on me. And fortunately, that means I do not suffer the ongoing 1d6 damage. So good for me. I dodge. And then that, I believe, takes us to your turn, finally.
Wow. Yay! Hey! That took a while. Okay. All right. So I have a bunch of disgusting maggots in front of me.
Squish him.
I think, yeah, I'm just going to use my hammer and squish them. That sounds fun. Okay, so that is a power attack. I do 1d10 plus 1d12.
And the maggot swarm's power defense is 1d4, so I will be rolling a d4 to try to defend against all this. Hey, I got a 4.
I got a 7.
Never mind. You hit.
Okay. So my damage with that is a d12 and a d12.
Oof. Each of these Maggot Swarms has, let's see,
4.
4 health. So
Lucky for you and for them, my highest is a 5.
So only one of them gets taken out, but that's one of them.
And then one of them gets a little bit of damage.
Yep. So he's down to 4. And when you're attacking a unit, you track the damage for the whole unit. So the unit has 4 damage right now. So the first guy will take another 4 health, and then if he dies from that, then it piles through again, as we've said before. And I think that's the end of this turn.
Yep.
That's the end of turn 2. We're on to turn 3. We're getting close now. Our objective is to destroy all enemy models by the end of turn 3. And we're not doing so good on that, actually. We've got 1 guy over here, we've got 2 guys up here, and 3 guys over there. So we've got a ways to go in this last turn here.
Should I take a risk? Go back? Get the...
I mean, let's see what happens. Why not? Might as well see what happens with the Death Engine.
Yep. All right. But first we have to roll initiative.
First we need to roll initiative.
All right. Ready?
1 moment. Now I'm ready. That's completely illegible. Okay. My bad guys have an 11 and a 2.
Okay, so 11 for the giant grubs.
Yep, and a 2 for the maggot swarm.
Okay. So the Rot Fiendling and the Forge Master both ended up with a 5, so I have to roll off between the 2 of them.
With yourself.
With myself, yeah. I mean, well, between the bad guy, the good guy. So my Rot Fiendling ended up with a 17 on the roll off, so they get to go first, and I ended up with a 12, so I get to go second between the 2 of them.
And I will make a plus on my Rot Fiendling, and I had a 12.
Okay.
So middle of the pack. Actually, it looks like I'm going first this time.
Yeah.
We all rolled very badly for our initiative this time. Okay, here we go. I am right in front of that guy. It makes the most sense for me to try to kill him outright right now, I think.
Yep.
If you're going to hit the Death Engine in a minute, that could actually work against us, but let's find out. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to back up a ways so that he can't, that I can force him to try to come after me if I happen to miss him. Just, well within 7 inches. Yeah, I'm like only 6 away from him now. And then I'm going to shoot him with a magic missile. So that's going to be magic attack against the Rot Fiendling. And I can roll a D8 and a D12 for that.
Okay, you said magic attack?
Yep.
All right, that's a D4 for him to defend.
I have a 7.
Cool, he has a 1.
Awesome.
Yep.
My magic damage is 1d8 and 1d12, so the same thing. So I have 8 damage against that guy.
He only has 4 health left.
That guy explodes, probably in more maggots. Okay, that's it for me. It's now up to you to kill 5 guys by hitting the Death Engine and hopefully not kill us both.
Actually, first the giant grubs get to go.
Okay, all right.
All right, so they're just going to keep grubbing along here.
Grub.
And I'm going to move our tractors out of the way for a moment because they're going to roll in right here.
Okay.
Oop. And that was a double move for them. So.
Okay, half of your move.
Yeah, okay. So, well, it's now my turn. I'm actually second guessing that because, I've got everybody here. So normally the Rot Fiendling would have gone next, but there's no more Rot Fiendlings.
Fair.
So I'm wondering if there's something I can do that could just take out potentially everyone there. But I don't think I have anything that would do quite that much, unfortunately. Yeah, let's disengage and try the Death Engine because it's round 3. So if we don't
kill
all these folks, they're gone. Okay, so disengagement. Walk me through it.
The reason why you have to disengage is because you're in combat with these guys. They're within 1 inch of you, so that means you can't just turn around and leave because they'll try to attack you, right? So in order to disengage, you can move away from those guys half your movement in any direction, so long as you don't get closer to the bad guys.
Well, my movement is 4. So I could move 2 inches, which is exactly what I need to do. So I'm just going to turn around and grab that death engine.
Turn it on.
And turn it on. So now we need to number all the models on the field.
Well, first we can roll to see how many guys we kill.
Okay.
So that's 1d20, it says.
4.
Oh, we're screwed.
Yeah.
So let's see who dies.
Okay.
So we're only going to kill 4 guys.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of number guys starting from over there and working our way this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yep.
So what we'll do is we'll roll a d10, which is the largest die above the amount that we need to determine. And then we'll roll that until we get the proper number of guys. Re-rolling any over the top or any duplicates.
All right, so our first one is number 5. So
I'll put tokens on them. I'll put our little on fire sashes on them.
Number 2, also one
so
of the
far
grubs.
you have missed, both of us. Okay, that's 2 of 4.
Number 5 again, that's a duplicate, so I'll re-roll. 5 again. Who really wants to kill 5?
Me.
Yep.
You kill me.
Yep.
The death engine kills me.
Number 4, another one of the grubs.
So 2, 3, 4.
And then, actually, that's it, because we only have 4. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Okay, so I die.
And these 3 grubs die.
And I believe you're the... Nope, there's still maggot swarms.
There's still maggot swarms, so...
So they still get to go.
Yep. Okay, so those maggot swarms, you get to control them.
Yep, so they've got climb 3. It looks like they're just going to move directly to you.
Yep.
And it looks like at least 2 of them can be in direct contact. So they're going to attack you with speed, speed attack, which is going to be a d4.
I have defense of 1d4 plus 1d4 plus 1d6.
I got a 1.
I got a 5.
Okay, so they do not hit you. But that's the end of turn 3. And at the end of turn 3, our objective is if we have not destroyed all the enemies, then we lose. So we lose! Good job! Way to demo. All right, this has been our first demo of the game Ex Eradicus. So if you enjoyed that, stick around and get some cool merch here on the Kickstarter, and we'll see you soon.